he returns, leading the Mumbai Indians. How will the reception be this time around when Hardik walks back with 2 ICC trophies in his pocket? That's something to be asked of Sunil Gavaskar and Michael Clark, who join us on Amul Cricket Live. Thanks so much for joining us. Looking forward to this encounter because both teams would want to get their IPL campaign started, get to winning ways, and of course the return of Hardik Pandya to this venue to, this is his franchise, Mumbai Indians. It's a historical team. Surely there's no venom around. They look like there are a lot of smiles around this time around, 17.
Yes, look, yes, because he's born just 70 miles away from Ahmedabad, of 2 winning campaigns at the world stage. The T20 World Cup, India win, where he bowled that last over, and then the Champions Trophy.
So tremendous confidence for Mumbai Indians also to have Hardik Pandya served out. That suspension is very important. They haven't won at this ground in Ahmedabad, and that is something another generation bold captain Shubman Gill would know, because he's been given the reins of Ahmedabad, of Gujarat Titans. He scored over 900 runs on this ground. He knows every blade of grass on this ground, so he wants to push his team forward to get back to winning ways at home, Michael.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
60 as well, which is why in today's matchup he will be our player to watch.
Gets out, or which bowler gets him out. I think his natural game really suits his team. Again, he'll want to lead, and it's been a huge success, there's no doubt about it. And every team he plays for, he's a strike weapon, he's a wicket taker. So that's a real positive for Mumbai Indians.
Yeah. On that save,
good timing.
Good club. Woo! Easton, you want him? We can take him, it's okay. Easton got it. On that note, we'll take a breather as well. We'll come back as we build up to the toss. Hardik Pandya comes into the team as well, so that's one of the difference when you have a look at the playing 11 brought to you by Dream 11. But the other change from them as well is that are essentially in today's respective playing 11s today, or rather playing 12s today. Let's have a look as far as our experts, how they're concerned as to what the predictions could be. Or in the middle overs now, Josh Butler's the one who can deliver it for you very early on.
Well, I mean, we've seen Josh Butler play some incredible innings in the IPL over the years. He's one of the cleanest hitters of the ball, cleanest strikers of the ball.
Smith to Trent Bolt or Deepak Chahar. So there's an interesting thing for Gujarat Titans to keep in mind, even though they've said they probably batted number 3. Shubman Gill, however, combined both of them, has been dismissed 5 times. But these 2 bowlers, this duo, that's something that he will keep in mind. But this is his home ground. This is the turf where he knows every blade of grass, and he's geared up for this season. Off the captain with the bat. You saw it in the previous game against Punjab Kings as well, a little bit, Michael, when the first 2 or 3 overs were a little tough for the run.
Unstoppable. They hit boundaries so comfortably. I think the key tonight is just give yourself a little bit more time than what you might have in the first game on this ground.
It's really interesting to hear, give yourself a little bit more time, when most of the other batters just don't allow themselves to do that. The game has moved so much in that direction. Shubman Gill is made of a different 7 now is essentially what they need to chase down to be victorious towards this. A big hello to Michael Clark and Sunil Gavaskar joining us as well. One of the conversations that we spoke about heading into this game was the battle that we were going to see between Shubman Gill and Hardik Pandya, and we literally see that played out as well. We also
the way, and that's what he did. Some of the shots that he played, that lofted 6, and of course the pull shot, which are his trademark shots, but as always a delight to watch. And then in his company, even Sai Sudarshan batted really well. Sai Sudarshan probably was the first one to start, but then both of them combined well. But after that, the Mumbai Indians bowled well. And so what could have been a chase of maybe 220, 230, they have brought it down to 197.
I mean, 20 innings for Hardik to cross over 1,000 runs here in this Ahmedabad ground, but it was Hardik Pandya.
Well, there's a little bit of dew out there already, so I think maybe this total's a little bit under par now when I look at that surface. So I think Mumbai should be extremely proud of how they finished. Those last 5 overs were exceptional.
So much conversations about when you've got Josh Butler in this team, why doesn't he open the innings? Well, Sai Sudarshan now back-to-back 50s for him, his 8th overall, and also has taken on a little bit of that impetus off well enough. Michael Clark doesn't necessarily seem to think so as well. Got an extraordinary Sunday lined up for you across the Jio Hotstar network and here on Star Sports. They haven't actually won here in Ahmedabad. They don't have the history of doing that. But again, as always, in any Mumbai Indians innings, you're going to focus on the hitman, on Rohit Sharma to set the tone.
A little bit of due. I think as long as Mumbai look to play pretty straight, I think this wicket's going to be at its best, batting second in this power play.
And Michael Clarke as well. Just from that perspective, you would think about the fact that conditions tailor-made for chasing, because we've so often seen that here in Ahmedabad. Where did Gujarat Titans get it right? Where did Mumbai fall short in that chase?
I think the first 2 wickets that Siraj took in the power play, that actually sets the chase.
Playing is that partnership between Tilak Verma and Suryakumar Yadav. Those are the kind of players that will get you across the finish line. They had the sort of patience to stay there towards the end as well.
Yeah, look, I'm still none the wiser around if the par score was 180, 190 and Gujarat scored above the par. I thought it was as good as you could ask for. They executed in
as a bowling unit when you're defending a total. You look at Prasidh Krishna, who contributes to our fizzy moments of the day.
18 runs in a T20 game and picking 2 wickets, that's outstanding. Top class stuff. And if he had gone for maybe another 20 runs, it could have...
Saver.
Unbelievable, because look, when he was bowling with the seam up, the ball seemed to be moving just a little bit too much. Then he bowled with the scramble.
That opening spell to Rohit Sharma. Thank you for joining us. Congratulations for the victory. In these conditions, defending a total when there's dew out there is a bowling unit. We just heard Prasidh saying that he had to wait a little bit until he was brought into the attack. You also didn't complete your over. What are the conversations as a bowling unit when you've got a dangerous team like Mumbai Indians?
Well, I think first inning gave us a better idea, what's the right length on this wicket. And I felt like the more we hit
fans, we always build up to it, is of yours and Suryakumar Yadav as well, because he's just got so many different shots. So what is the challenge for you as a bowler when you have batters that goes, a lot of things go in their favour, they have this armory of shots. How do you push yourself for innovation?
Well, there is nothing much you can do. The only thing you can bring is that you have to just a little bit change the pace and the consistency you bring in your line and lane. I think
more complicated for others to follow.
It's complicated for the batters.
The one thing for me that I think Gujarat did very well tonight, their length was perfect. I think, and
he kept the environment and the confidence he gives to each and everyone, regardless of the result, but it's something which makes it more important.
Yes.
And a good win to rebound back after their opening now to Punjab. This must be a good feeling. It's a big team to get past. They're certainly happy, the home crowd.
Yeah, they are. I think much needed win for us in home. Now we have 2 back-to-back away games, good sides, Bangalore and SRH, and I feel like for the opposition like them, you have to go with the positive mindset and with a win like this, and it gives us so much energy, and we look forward to keep that continue.
Thank you so much for joining us on Amal Cricket Live. All the best for the rest of the tournament as well. You can see how excited the fans were watching how well Rashid has done as well. Let's have a look at our colourful moments of the day, because it certainly was shades of blue painted across the stadium in Ahmedabad today, and you can understand why they were so excited. Love and support. On that note, we'll take a breather. We've got a big double header to talk about when we come back. Stay with us. Ooh, it'll be fun between the Australian players, because Travis Head does not enjoy facing Mitchell Starc. If you remember the final, he actually gave Abhishek...
Nobody enjoys facing 150 kilometres.
Abhishek strike.
Yeah, smart move.
So the two of them face...
You know what? I like Delhi. Day game, I like Delhi. I think that team is most improved this year. I think they're going to beat... I think Sunrise are the favourites. Final last year, they look good again. I think Delhi's going to beat them. Sorry, Paddy Cummins.
You've got Australians on both sides. You're fine.
Yeah.
You can pick whichever side you want.
I'm going with Delhi for the day game.
That we will join you at 2:30 for that. Rajasthan Royals have fallen in both their opening encounters. And Chennai Super Kings, it was a tough loss at home, but probably the journey to Guwahati is even tougher.
Not with modern, air travel, but clearly I think with just a day's gap, it's never easy for any team, any team, because you're traveling with bags, baggage, checking into a new hotel, beds, pillows, everything makes a big difference. So, but today's modern professionals, they get used to it very quickly, and they will want to come back, because they've been champions. When you've been champions, you know that there will be days, there'll probably be a week or two when nothing goes right for you. This is what an 8-week tournament. You're prepared maybe for those 10 to 14 days where nothing goes right for you. But then you want to come back, because you know you can come back. And because they've done that. CSK have done that, Mumbai Indians have done that, KKR have done that, and so don't be surprised if CSK start to, get onto the climbing ladder straight away.
And if you see if spinners prevail as well, because that's what we saw initially on Guwahati Strong, it's 10 years to the day when you lifted the World Cup.
I found that out.
10 years. You didn't remember that?
I didn't remember that. No, I didn't know it was the exact day. And I don't want to think, I shouldn't remember that. 10 years, where has that gone? That just tells me I'm getting older. But somebody sent me a message on the way to the hotel today. And yeah, unbelievable. Amazing memories. That World Cup was very special. To win in your own backyard in front of your home fans is something that I'll certainly cherish for the rest of my life.
And you stepped away, picked up the mic, became a broadcaster. It was just 10 years to the day of that.
When you sit up there in the air conditioning. It's the easiest game in the world.
That's the thing about commentary, is that you become a better player than you ever were on the field. Up there in that box, you are always a better player. And I'm
a good bowler up there, Sonny.
Yeah.
Now we'll get into conversations of how many test wickets. We know all of that.
I insulted Sonny the other day. I was calling him a batsman. He was like, don't you dare, I'm an all-rounder.
Yeah, because I've got a wicket. Yeah, once you get a test wicket, you're an all-rounder.
I agree. I agree.
And on that beautiful note, we will say thank you so much for joining us for our coverage. As always, thank you so much for your insights. We've got a big day tomorrow, lots to look forward to, lots of matchups, lots of key battles, and of course excitement. So we will see you then for Super Sunday. Have a great night.